Hey, good morning to you. Mike here, the Fresh Rinse. My first day back to washing after a long weekend, and I wanted to answer a question that was asked of me and others on our WashTube University Facebook page. If you're not familiar with WashTube University, look it up on Facebook. It's a page where you can post videos and make requests for videos, and that's it. So it's really, really cool. Look us up. To begin with, my morning routine actually begins the night before. Before going to bed, every night that I have a wash the next day, which is almost every day, I do two things. One, I check all of my contacts with all of my customers to see if there's any detail that needs to be understood before I wash. For instance, if there's a specific start time that they were requesting, if there were certain things that I need to add to my truck for chemicals and so forth. And another thing I do is I check all of my washes on Google Earth just to kind of get an overview of the wash for that day. I do that every night before I go to bed. And in doing that, it allows me to kind of set my schedule, know exactly what time I need to get up and get started, so forth and so on. My morning routine is very, very consistent. I really have two things that I want to make sure I do every morning before I leave for my first opportunity. The first thing I want to do is just simply make sure that everything I'm going to need on the day is in the truck, on the rig. For some crazy reason that I left it at the previous stop the day before, a long wand, my pump sprayer, things of that nature. But most importantly, I want to make sure that every piece of equipment that I'm operating or plan to operate during the day is functioning properly. For instance, today I'm going to be washing a deck, a composite deck that's going to require me to use my roof pump. So I've already turned my roof pump on, but I just want to make sure that everything is working properly. So we're good there. I also know that I'm going to be using my 8 gallon a minute machine, of course, in conjunction with my FlowPro. Make sure that it's activating. Of course it is. The last thing you want to do is get to a job and then realize that there's dead batteries or there's something wrong with the FlowPro. That's never happened to me thus far. However, anything can happen. And I'll go on record and say that problems, generally speaking, don't occur overnight. They happen on the job. So if we can kind of foresee some problems in advance, then we've got a leg up on the day. Of course, the FlowPro is in operation, so I'm going to start the machine. Okay, I like to let the machine run for a good 30 seconds or so before throttling up. Imagine starting your truck with the pedal all the way down and running it for 8 hours. Not healthy. So I like to let the oil circulate a little bit, then I rev the engine. It's in rinse mode. I'll know when it's in soak mode when it begins to throttle heavy. Okay. See there, it's throttling heavy. I'm gonna let that run for just a minute. And in fact, afterwards, I'm going to shoot a little water here just to make sure it doesn't kill my grass. But I know that it's shooting soap. I'm ready to go. So then I'll make one final lap around the rig just to make sure that I have everything and I should be good to go. Let me reiterate one more time. It's rare that something happens at home. So it's on the job site when things take place. So if we can prevent that by doing just a little walk around, a little equipment test before we begin the day, then that's just going to make things better. I can tell you personally, it's embarrassing and very unprofessional to be repairing your equipment in the customer's driveway. We need to pull up knowing with full confidence that everything is going to work within reason. Anything can happen throughout the day and generally does, but if we know that there's a problem and we can fix it before we go, then. So that's my morning routine. I'm now heading to opportunity 1 of 3 on the day. And real quickly, let me give a real quick shout out to my friend Joe Deary who has been away for 2 weeks in Maine with his family. Today is his first day back to washing after 2 weeks, and I'll be glad to watch his videos again beginning today. All right, I really appreciate you watching. Be sure to check out WashTube University on Facebook. Join us and make video requests and upload your own videos. I think that'd be helpful to not only me and many others. We appreciate you doing that. All right, I'm out of here. My name's Mike. I'm the Fresh Rinse, and I'm out.